Hi, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to be making focaccia bread from your own kitchen, the best way I know how. Okay, to get started, we're using 1,024 grams or 8 cups of high gluten flour, and I already mixed in 4 teaspoons of kosher salt, so I mixed that together. We got 4 cups of lukewarm water, hot water. If you want to bloom water and you're worried about the temperature, do half boiling water to half regular water, okay? We're gonna dump this in. All right. Did I say there was 4 teaspoons of yeast in there? That's what was in there. So there you go. We're gonna mix this up. We got 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Throw that in there. All right, this is gonna be pretty watery, but this is how focaccia bread is. So you just mix it up with a spatula. Get it going real good. Maybe we'll fast forward that, but it doesn't take too long. It takes maybe about a minute or 2 with the spatula, and then you work it with your hand. All right, so we're working this with our hand a little bit like this, kind of getting into the ball as much as you can. A little bit more olive oil on top. You can't over olive oil it. So put a little bit more olive oil on top. This way it don't stick to the bowl. Kind of try to flip that thing over a little bit. Maybe a little more olive oil. Okay, you can't over olive oil it. Don't worry about it. All right. And then we got it kind of like that. It's pulling away from the sides like that. Okay, and now we're just gonna leave it. We're gonna get some saran wrap and cover it. All right, we're back. 24 hours has went by. You could do this, every time I've done this recipe before, I've done it in 4 hours, just regular fermentation out in your kitchen or whatever. This time, I'm trying the 24-hour technique. I made that batch, put it in the refrigerator, plastic wrap over it, maybe a rubber band around it. You don't want it to dry out, okay? So this has been 24 hours. I marked it. See the mark there? That's what it looked like when it went in. That's how big it got, okay? So now, we're gonna punch this down. All right, so this stuff's ready to go. See how it just fell down like that? And we're gonna split this in 2, and I got 2 16-inch pre-oiled, lot of oil. If you don't put a lot of oil, you are gonna have problems because it's gonna stick, okay? You can't put enough oil. You want it to take a bath in the oil, okay?
It's gotta be olive oil, right?
Yeah, it's good olive oil. This is the olive oil that I use, by the way. But you could use anything, just use a good quality olive oil. Not that cheapo stuff because it adds to the flavor quite a bit. All right, so here we go. We're gonna break these in half. You only wanna break it once because it's hard to put it back together. So, take it out of there. Throw it in here. Let's just do one right now at a time for the video. Okay, and now you're gonna, more olive oil. Like I said, you can't over olive oil it. Matter, we'll even flip that over. There you go, okay? All right, so you spread this out in the pan as much as you can, okay? You're not gonna get it all the way to the edges, but the less it touches the edges, the better anyways, because it loves to stick. And it depends on what kind of pan you got, but don't use a glass dish. I don't care how much olive oil you use, it won't work. So, all right, that's gonna fill in later. Now we're just gonna leave this sit for about a half hour. Make sure there's plenty of olive oil on top so it don't dry out, and let it rise. And then we'll put our toppings on and we'll put it in the oven. We'll see you then. Okay, while our dough is rising there, I'm gonna show you some of the ingredients I'm gonna use. I'm using these Alta Cucina whole peeled plum tomatoes from Stanislaus. Take them out the day before, put them in a colander or whatever in the kitchen or in your refrigerator, and let all the water come out of them. You can't get enough water out of them, but see, you gotta get them, you don't want your dough, because we're gonna put these on top, and if they're too wet, it's gonna make the dough all mushy and not good. So dry those out the day before, put them in your fridge. It'll keep, more liquid will keep coming out, and you could even dab them dry before you put it, with some paper towel before we start. Also, I'm gonna use fresh garlic that I cut up and some fresh rosemary. And we're gonna use some sea salt on top too, but I'll show you that when the dough's ready. Okay, your focaccia bread's been proofing for about a half hour, just in the regular kitchen, 70 degrees, okay? And now it's got some depth to it. So we're gonna take our fingers, nice clean hands. Maybe a little bit more olive oil, let me grab that. Throw a little olive oil on top and just punch holes in it with your fingers, okay? Then, this one we're gonna do some sea salt. I just like the consistency of it, plus it's better for you. So I'll put some sea salt on there. We're gonna do the tomatoes that we had drying out. If there's any more water in them, squeeze it out of them and just lay those. I kind of cut these in half yesterday with a knife to let more of the juice get out of them. We're gonna put that around all nice like that. You don't wanna put too many, otherwise you're gonna have a problem with the dough later, but give it a little bit of room between them. Okay, that's probably about nice for that one. Okay. Here's our other one. Once again, we're gonna start with some sea salt. Get that all in there. Pop some holes in there. Okay, this one I'm gonna throw fresh garlic on. You could put any topping you want on there, but this is a pretty good one. And then some rosemary, fresh. Don't go too crazy on this because it's pretty strong. And that's all we're gonna do with this one. And we're gonna throw that in the oven for about a half hour until it looks nice and golden. All right, she just came out of the oven. About that consistency, it's kind of hard, right? We're gonna, right as soon as it comes out, we're gonna brush it with some olive oil, okay? Make it really nice. That's why you gotta use good olive oil so it tastes wonderful. If your olive oil has no flavor, why bother with it? All right, then we're gonna take some fresh Parmesan Reggiano that I already grated and put that on there. Should have grated it, showed it. It looks prettier when you're grating it from scratch, but next video. All right, so there you go. Parm, and then we got fresh basil. Throw that all over the top. Chop it up with a scissors. That's what I do. It makes it look nice and fancy. And there you go. This stuff's still cooling. Let's see if I could cut it yet. Should wait for it to cool a little bit. Well, let's wait a couple minutes and then we'll take that shot. All right, we're gonna use the
Mezzaluna.
Yeah, the mezzaluna, or the big knife. I found out it was a mezzaluna. So
Mezzaluna is half moon.
that's what it is. So here we go. You don't want to cut these pieces too small because people are going to be wanting to eat this stuff. You can make it thicker if you want to make sandwiches, but this is what we got going on here. You see that, Jim?
It's beautiful.
Nice fluffy. If you wait a little bit longer, I mean, it's hot, it's burning my hand. Should wait a little bit more to cut it, but you got that nice fluffiness. So, and like I said, if you spread it out less in the pan, you could get it thicker than that. All right. Now we gotta wait to try it. And then Benny's been waiting. All right. Now's the time we all been waiting for. Time for Benny to give it his seal of approval. Come here, Ben. Benny, you want some treats? You a good boy? There you go. Eat it as fast as possible. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for watching. All right, everybody. I hope you guys liked my video of making focaccia bread. The recipe will be in the comments. Or where is it, Jim? Where did we put it?
The description.
In the description. And I just want to thank all my subscribers from the last couple weeks. I appreciate it. And keep watching, and we'll keep making content for you. Thank you.